What's good, everyone? I'm going to make a quick video about my gun collection and do a quick breakdown on everything that I have. So let's get into it. Before I get into my collection, I just want to say something real quick. Just like everybody, when they first started their gun buying journey, I did not know much about what to buy, what to look for, quality, all that sort of stuff. So you'll kind of see the progress from my first rifle to my second, to my first handgun, to my last. So watch out for that. And one more thing. I started this channel because I like talking about guns. And the first comment I've got so far is that I'm fat. So thanks. Stick around for the video. All right, so this is my first ever AR-15. This is the first one I added to my collection. This is a Radical AR-15. I think this thing was anywhere between $600 to $800, and I got it on sale even. So, this thing is actually treated me surprisingly well. I think I have around 2,500 rounds, maybe 3,000 through it. I'm just genuinely surprised with it. I gave it the old rattle can treatment. It matches the environment down here in the Southeast. So I think it looks pretty sweet, but let's get into the details. B5 stock, B5 pistol grip. I've got a Holosun red dot with the magnifier combo on there. BCM vertical grip, and this is an Amazon Light pressure pad and click switch. Like I said, when I first got into my gun buying journey, had no idea what to look for. And to be honest with you, I'm not really sure that the flashlight situation has changed even to today because lights are expensive. But yeah, that's the full setup here. Let's move on to the next rifle. All right, moving on to the latest addition to my entire collection. This is my BCM rifle. I went after a Mark 18 Vibe. It's not a clone. I just like the way the Mark 18s look, so that's the look I went after. Let's get into the pieces. This is a CTR Magpul stock, dye-free Kung Fu grip. This is a PSA lower. I cheaped out here so I could spend some more money up top on the upper. The BCM upper comes with the large ambi charging handle. Sitting on top, we've got the Castle mount with the Swamp Fox green dot sitting on top. The full upper is a BCM 12.5-inch barrel with a QRF-10 handguard. I bought some Magpul ladder rails just to give it that FDE flair because you got to have some FDE on a Mark 18 or it's not, you can't even get close to the vibe if you ain't got FDE on it. Moving up to the foregrip, this is a Drew Meyer chop mod. I really love the way this thing is. I mean, it's just ergonomic as hell. I mean, it fits my hand perfectly and lets me get that C-clamp like I like. Moving up to the light, this is a Surefire knockoff. Yes, you heard it, knockoff. Surefire, I'm sorry. I don't have the money to spend on one of your scouts and a full setup for it because I'm trying to get this rifle suppressed by the end of the year. And if I go and spend money on that, I can't do it. So this is another Amazon flashlight, but it's got the look of a Surefire scout. She clicks, she works, she comes with a pressure pad. Moving to the very end, we've got the Surefire War Comp, and I'm gonna plan to get the Surefire RC2 by the end of the year and get this thing suppressed. But I've got about maybe 150 rounds of this thing total. I love it, shoots great, and it is just sexy as can be. Let's get to the next one. All right, on to the next, and we are getting to my handguns now. This is my Canik Mete MC9, and we are clear. This is the first handgun that I ever purchased, as well as the first handgun that I ever carried. I've carried this thing on body as well as off body. I did a somewhat of an experiment with the off body carry with the 945 Industries bag. I actually enjoy it, and it's good for like cold weather months. I enjoy carrying this thing in the summertime on body because it's small and fits my waistband perfectly with the holster that I have. But let's get into the things that I have attached to it. This thing is bone stock minus the Holosun 407K. This thing comes with 15 round mags, and for whatever reason, Canik only gives you one of these mags that have like the pinky base pad extender thing, whatever you want to call it. But I actually really enjoy the way this pistol shoots. This optic works in harmony with this setup. Only downside with any subcompact pistol is the muzzle flip. One thing I really enjoy about Canik, and I guess this is on most of their handguns, is the extended slide release. I mean, that is just so much real estate to get your thumb on there. But yeah, this is the first handgun I ever purchased, and it was the first handgun in my collection. But let's get on to the next. All right, moving on to the next handgun in my collection. This is my Glock 19X. We are clear. I want to give a quick backstory about how I came to purchase this Glock and the build inspiration behind it. So long story short, I fell into the Glock hype. I actually really do enjoy this Glock. I love the way it shoots, and it runs like a scalded damn dog. Don't get it twisted. The build inspiration comes from a guy I saw at the range. He had a 19X build that had a black slide on top, except he had the RMR, Surefire X300, the magwell, the base pads. I mean, the full deal. Well, I actually went over and talked to this guy, got the build list, and I was like, yo, that is nowhere near my price range, brother. So let me introduce you to the Glock 19X budget build. So I am rocking a Holosun 507C, and this is sitting on top of a ZevTech duty slide. I'm running a Radian Ramjet and Afterburner combo. This is not very budget. I just happen to have some Christmas money around this time, so don't get that twisted. This would not be on here if it wasn't for Christmas. Moving on to the next, TLR1 HL. I am not a fan of the way this light looks. I think it is ugly as shit. It is chunky and ugly, but she is bright and it's cheaper than a Surefire. Moving down, we've got a SLR Rifleworks magwell, I believe. And then I am rocking Jaegerworks base pads. These are +3s. And dude, I mean, that just looks sick with the FDE, man. You can't get that. I mean, come on. So moving on to the custom little custom work I did on the back here. That's why this tape is here, because it looks like a dog's ass if it's not on there. With the magwell on here, I can't run that extended beaver tail backstrap. So I had to put it on, cut it all the way up here, sand it, and then throw the tape on so I could rock it. So I'm able to ride high up there, because I like riding high, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the full build. And like I said, it's a great gun. And I have, shoot, probably closing on 3,500 rounds on this thing. I love it. It's sexy minus this big fat hobo right here. Hate that thing. But yeah, let's get into the next one. Let's get into the last addition to my collection, as well as my latest handgun purchase. This is my Walther PDP Pro XPMM comp. And I just want to say one thing, if you haven't noticed by now, every gun that I have has gone up a tier. This is my top tier at the moment. I went balls to the wall with the purchase. I decided to spend the extra money and get what I wanted. So we are running an Aimpoint Acro as well as a Surefire X300 Ultra. I am running Taylor Freelance base pads. That adds +3 to the 18. So a little bit more to play with there. And I just want to say one thing about Walther. Dude, it's sick you've got this coming straight out of the box with a comp. I mean, people want that sort of stuff, so good on y'all. But this thing is a tack driver. It's sexy. And this is the best groupings I've ever had with a handgun in my entire life. And this is my current duty carry. But man, I can't get enough of, I mean, just look at that trigger. I mean, dude, the reset, oh, it's beautiful. But yeah, that's my entire collection. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like and sub, and thanks for hanging around.